Engage with what I'm asking you.
Yeah.
You just said that multiple prophets did miracles, yet they're not the Messiah. So simply doing miracles doesn't make someone the Messiah.
I understand that the Messiah is exclusively it's an exclusive attribute.
Yeah, what makes him the Messiah? What are the check boxes?
It's the choice of God. That's the choice of God.
Oh my God. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Thanks for coming.
Hi, welcome back to Religious Insight. This video you're about to watch explains why Jesus is the Messiah and not Mohammed in the Quran. Let's watch this video as Godlogic schools this Muslim guy.
He was impurified before.
Gotcha.
He could be created from scratch, purified. Like, it's not a problem.
I got you. I understand. I get what
Because
you're
in Islam we believe that Jesus is sinless. We didn't make any sense.
Is anybody else sinless?
Actually, like, it's not. Sinless doesn't always mean the sin. It means like.
It means that you're sinless. You do not have any sin. Is there anyone else?
For example, the
sinless?
Prophet ﷺ we say ma'soom, but he's not ma'soom at all levels.
Is he sinless?
He didn't commit any sin towards Allah, but he committed mistakes from the human.
So he's not sinless. Is that correct?
No. As Adam, he committed sin as well.
So Jesus is the only one who's sinless. Is that right?
According to us, according to our paradigm, Jesus never committed a sin. And even
what about his mother Mary? Did she ever sin?
No, she didn't. She's pure.
So both Jesus and his mother are sinless?
Yeah, but that doesn't make them God according to our paradigm.
That's fine. Is Mary the Messiah as well?
No, Mary is not the Messiah.
But you said Jesus is the Messiah because he's purified. He's sinless.
Yeah.
Mary's also sinless. She's purified by Allah. So doesn't that make her Messiah too then?
She's pure as other pure believers. Like, there is a lot of pure believers according to our.
So why is Mary not the Messiah as well, even though she was sinless like Jesus?
Because they are good servants. That's why they're given what they're given from Allah.
That's not, brother. That's not
the status, and that's why they're given.
That's not answering the question. Listen, said that Jesus is the Messiah because he's been purified by Allah. He's sinless. Mary, as well, according to you, is also sinless. So wouldn't that make Mary Messiah as well?
We have a statement that says وَمَرْيَمَ ابْنَةَ عِمْرَانَ الَّتِي أَحْصَنَتْ فَرْجَهَا. Like, she's sinless in terms she never committed adultery.
She never committed adultery or sin against any man or Allah, right?
Yeah.
So she's sinless. Why is she not the Messiah, but Jesus is the Messiah, even though he's sinless?
Because Allah chooses who's the Messiah.
Okay, why Jesus? Why is he the Messiah? Still, we're back to square one.
Because he's a prophet.
Okay, so is Muhammad, right? Is Muhammad Messiah too?
No, we don't call him Messiah.
Okay, so just because you're a prophet doesn't mean you're Messiah, so we're back at square one.
It's also because of the mission that Jesus is going to have, which is coming back afterwards and purifying the earth from all evil, which is the Antichrist.
Got it, all right. So coming back from the earth, or coming back to earth to purify it and do all that stuff, that's what makes Jesus the Messiah?
Yeah, that's what makes him the Messiah.
Okay, where does the Quran say that, or the Hadith say that? That's why Jesus is the Messiah, that mission is specifically the mission of the Messiah?
That's specifically the mission of the Messiah.
Where does the Quran say that?
According to Hadith, we have in the Hadith that...
Yeah, so I want to make sure you understand what I'm asking, my brother.
Give you a proof?
This is what I'm asking. Where does the Hadith say that Jesus is the Messiah because he's coming back to unalive the Antichrist and purify the air, all that kind of stuff?
Why the term is related to the mission?
It's related to the mission of who?
I don't have any proof of that.
Okay.
No, I don't have any proof.
So then we're still back at square one. Back at square one. What makes Jesus the Messiah?
According to Ibn Baz, he didn't put any proof in here, but his fatwa is this: وسمي المسيح الدجال لأنه يمسح الأرض يدور في الأرض. He is named the Messiah because he's gonna wipe out Earth in his comeback from all sins. If you go to his
I got you.
.org, you're gonna find it.
No, I got you. There's a lot of different opinions on why Jesus is called the Messiah. They all say different things. They don't know.
It's also there is another proof that he cures the blind and he cures the one who has like skin problems.
But these are so where are they getting this from? Does the Quran say that this is what makes him Messiah?
Yeah, that's the Quran. That's in Tafsir Ali Imran.
No, no, brother, you're not understanding me. Does the Quran say that Jesus healing the blind makes him the Messiah and purifying people of?
That's in the Exegesis Ibn Kathir.
Say that again.
That's in the Exegesis Ibn Kathir.
So the Quran doesn't say that? It's like, where is it because they're getting that from? That Jesus is the Messiah because he,
it says, because Messiah, they say, is coming from Masaha. Masaha means like he touched.
It means to wipe.
Yeah, wipe.
Yeah, but they don't know what context, because some people said that he wiped the land, meaning that he traveled a lot. So that's why he's Messiah, because he traveled a lot. He wiped the land.
Yeah, he wipes the land, or he wipes the blind and he cures.
Yeah, so you see how they have these different opposing positions because they don't know.
It's not opposing, but it can, like, there is two types of difference. There is the type.
There isn't two types. There's many types. There's like six. There's like 6 or 7 different interpretations.
But they're not contradictory to each other. He could be all of them, and it's not a problem.
But how would you know? How would you know?
He could, like, the Messiah could integrate all of these attributes and still it's not.
Do you hear you saying could be? How do you know that's correct at all? That any of that is correct?
By deduction, like there is deduction and there is.
Okay, so give me the deduction. Give me the deduction from your Quran or Hadith that says that Jesus is the Messiah because of these reasons. That these reasons make him fulfill the requirement to be the Messiah.
I don't have any proof, direct proof, like straight proof, verbatim proof. I don't have it. That would be verbatim fallacy then.
I appreciate no, it's not a verbatim fallacy. I'm asking you for the source. Anybody, it's like this. I can claim something, right? I can just say something with it, but it doesn't mean anything if I don't have a source backing up what I say, if I don't have any substance. It's just words, it's just allegations.
But so we have evidence that he's the Messiah because Mary is his mom, according to you, Mary.
My brother, you have a claim, because you're not understanding. You have a claim that Jesus is the Messiah. That's what you have. What you don't have is why. Like for example, when Jesus came, he was supposed to prove to the Jews, or the Jews were supposed to believe him as the Messiah, right?
I understand, yeah.
All right. What was supposed to convince them? What were they supposed to notice or receive that would make them say, okay, yes, you know what? Yes, he is the Messiah. That's the one.
But the Jews wasn't convinced anyways. He did a lot of miracles, but they didn't.
My brother, come on, man. That's not what I asked you. I know some of them wasn't convinced. What was supposed to convince them? What were some requirements that they would have been looking for that would have proved that he was the Messiah?
Basically miracles. That's what.
Okay, how do you know? Where do you get that from? That miracles is a sign of who the Messiah is.
Let me see. I didn't drop, right?
No, you're still here.
I was looking at.
He was waiting on him to go down.
That was funny.
I'm granting you some time because you actually trying to deal with the topic.
Exactly.
It is going a little circular, but you're being honest for the most part. You don't know why he's the Messiah. You don't want to say it, but you
It's
just
not
don't
that
know.
I don't know, but like I told him, like the few informations, like the amount of information that we have, actually is not enough to convince probably Godlogic by giving him a direct answer to his question. But we still have attributes that could make the Jesus is the Messiah according to the Quran, which is basically his mom is Mary.
But not
in the same place
how do you,
Jesus
no,
lived.
when you say that you have the Quran that names attributes of the Messiah, your Quran doesn't. Where does your Quran say that one of the attributes of the Messiah, and it doesn't have to be in these words, but I'm just asking for like some type of reference where the Quran shows that one of the messianic requirements is, like, for example, having a mother like Mary, being born of a virgin. Where does the Quran say that being born of a virgin, or point to that being born of a virgin is a fulfillment of Messiah?
As I said, the Messiah is just a general attribute, and it's given to him according to your Bible, according to the Quran, and that's actually something that would make you think why these.
Yeah, but it's not arbitrary, Salahuddin. It's not arbitrary. It's not just out of nowhere. It's not for no reason. It means something. The Messiah is a particular person with a particular mission, with a particular identity. And so for the Jews to reject him or accept him, he would have to fulfill certain things, certain check boxes that makes him the Messiah.
What do you think these check boxes are?
Well, that's what I'm asking you.
That's literally what we're asking you.
So according to the Jews, as I told you, they didn't believe in him. But you mean like something that would make them believe in him as the Messiah?
For example, my brother.
For example, the words of God.
No. Let me. I'm about to ask you a question. For example, if someone points and says, "Hey guys, this is the Messiah," how would you know if he is indeed the Messiah or not?
So to know if he is.
I do not understand.
Who's talking?
Nobody.
What?
So to know if he's the Messiah or not, you're gonna check. You're gonna check his claims, the miracles that he enacted.
All right. You said miracles. Okay, good. You said miracles. How do you know that the Messiah is supposed to do miracles, and therefore, when this person does miracles, that's a sign that he's the Messiah?
So repeat again.
How do you know that one of the requirements to be the Messiah is to do miracles? So that when someone comes and does miracles, they can point and say, "Hey, yep, that's a sign that he's the Messiah." How do you know that doing miracles is one of those check boxes?
But the thing, we already have a prototype, which is in your books, which is in the Bible. We already have the prototype. We're just comparing now. We don't have to exclude the Quran and just let him define the Messiah by itself. Actually, we can easily compare between the Messiah of the Bible and the Messiah of the Quran and see.
No, brother, that's not answering my question. How do you know that doing miracles is one of those check boxes to be the Messiah?
Because that's what every prophet did.
So every prophet is the Messiah?
No, but that makes him out of ordinary people.
But hold on, you said every prophet did miracles. So is every prophet the Messiah?
What I mean by miracles is that ordinary people would not be able to attain a certain.
That doesn't answer my question yet again. Come on, Salahuddin, you got to work with me here. Engage with what I'm asking you.
Yeah.
You just said that multiple prophets did miracles, yet they're not the Messiah. So simply doing miracles doesn't make someone the Messiah.
I understand that the Messiah is exclusively it's an exclusive attribute to
what makes him the Messiah? What are the check boxes?
It's the choice of God. That's the choice of God.
Oh my God!
Thank you, bro. Thanks for coming.
Hold on. Don't drop him just yet, Godlogic. Don't drop him just yet.
No, you're good. I don't have an answer for you.
Saladin.
I don't have an answer for that. I'm not gonna.
Oh, I don't have an answer. That's all you had to say. Appreciate you for coming, Bear. God bless you, brother.
Have a good night, Dordona. It was good.
No, you don't have to leave. Well, not yet. I just want to ask you a question.
All right, well.
Saludin, you said that there was already a prototype for him being the Messiah, right?
Yeah.
So why won't you go back and investigate what that meant to be the Messiah? Because he was the Messiah before Islam. So that means he had to fulfill certain boxes and check off certain boxes, like Logic was saying, to make so the people, the Jews, can identify that he's the Messiah, right? Just like the Beni Quraysh, right? For them to know that Muhammad was a prophet, then they would have to go to the previous scriptures, right? And ask the people, do you see Muhammad, or do you know Muhammad in your Bible? Or in your Bible, do you see him in your scriptures? And they would have to check off boxes and be like, okay, he is telling the truth about this. He's telling the truth about that. So now he's here. He fulfilled those, right? Those prophecies about him.
Yeah.
So that made him a prophet in his lifetime, right?
Yes.
So because the people can verify it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so if Jesus was the Messiah within his own lifetime, that means the people would have to know the qualifications and the prophecies that talked about him being the Messiah, or for them to recognize him to be the Messiah. Because anyone can come along and say, hey, I'm the Messiah, but that's not the Messiah that they was looking for, because there was a certain prophecies that he had to fulfill. Do you know any of those prophecies?
I've heard one from Isaiah, like Isaiah's prophecy for Jesus.
Isaiah, which one?
Let me see.
Literally, almost the whole book of Isaiah is about the Messiah.
I've come across a prediction about the life and mission of the Messiah in Isaiah.
Okay, so what's Isaiah?
Paraphrase it for us, if you can, Salawuddin. Like, how does it start, or how does it go?
Let me see. I will find it somewhere. It's probably Isaiah 52:13.
My servant
Isaiah 52.
My servant risen high and lifted up, right?
So, right. So, Salahuddin, do you know that same servant in Isaiah 52 is the same exact servant in Isaiah 53?
So it's not talking about Jesus, you mean?
No, it's talking about Jesus. But do you know what those prophecies are? What they're saying about that servant?
He's prophesying that there is a servant that will come, and he will speak the words of God, and he will guide people to the truth.
But Isaiah 53 specifically, and Isaiah 52 and other ones leading up, Isaiah 49, they're talking about that this servant is going to die for the sins of his people, and he's going to save them through his sacrifice. So the Messiah is supposed to save his people through sacrifice. And you said and you said this earlier, that he wiped away their sins. How do you think he wiped away their sins?
Let me see.
I'm gonna just let you know, because you don't know this. He took away their sins in Isaiah 53. I know. That's why I'm gonna let you know. The role of the Messiah was he came and he took away their sins by dying for their sins on the cross.
That's in Isaiah.
And he made his sacrifice an atonement for their sins. So this Messiah, like this is really the key point that we wanted to hone in on, because you lack this context in your Quran so the Jews could know that that Jesus was their Messiah, because he fulfilled these prophecies before him and in his lifetime. So he was the Messiah within his lifetime. It's not about what he's going to do in the future that's going to make him Messiah. It's about what he did and what the prophecies actually foretold he was going to do to let them know that he's the Messiah. And this is the context that you miss completely within your Quran. That's the problem with
the Quran doesn't speak
y'all
about
calling Jesus the Messiah in Islam. Y'all miss the whole context of it. You have no idea why he's the Messiah. They just take this word and put it in the Quran. Y'all have no idea.
Sorry.
Well, hold on, Uti. What were you gonna say, Saluddin?
But the Quran speaks of him as that he survived the crucifixion. God saved him.
Right. It's going against the previous scriptures and what the Messiah is supposed to do. Listen to what we're just said. Like you guys are taking the term Messiah from the previous scriptures, from the scriptures of the Jews. And so, what is, according to the scriptures, according to the Old Testament, what is the Messiah supposed to do? He is supposed to die for our sins, rise on the third day. And so you quoted it. You quoted Isaiah 52:13, which is a continuation to Isaiah 53.
Can you show me where does it say that he's gonna die for the sins in Isaiah? Because I'm reading it.
Sure, man. Let's go Isaiah 53.
Isaiah 53.
Unless you had a place you wanted to take a word, but just show them this real quick.
Nah, you got it, DJ Troll.
Do you have it up, Salahuddin, or do you want me to read it?
Yeah, I have it in front of me here.
Let's go 4 to 6. Let's go verses 4 to 6 and then verse 10.
4 to 6, let me see. 52 what?
53. Let's go to 53.
3.
I gotta go visit the little boy's room anyway. Go ahead.
All right.
Alright, 53 what?
Verses 4 through 6.
4 through 6. Let me just go to 53. So it says that he's dying for the sins, right?
Yeah, go ahead and read it.
46. Surely he has borne our griefs and carried our sorrows, yet we esteemed him stricken, smitten by God, and afflicted. But he was wounded for our transgressions, he was bruised for our iniquities. What is that word? The chastisement for
chastisement, right?
Chastisement for our peace was upon him, and by his stripes we are healed. All we like sheep have gone astray. We have turned everyone to his own way, and the Lord has laid on him the iniquity of us all.
Right. And now let's read verse 10 as well.
Okay. Yet it pleased the Lord bruise him. He has put him to grief. When you make his soul an offering for sin, he shall see his seed. He shall prolong his days, and the pleasure of the Lord shall prosper in his hand. He shall see the labor of his soul and be satisfied. By his knowledge my righteous servant shall justify many, for he shall bear their iniquity. Therefore I will divide him a portion with the great, and he shall divide the spoil with the strong, because he poured out his soul into death, and he was numbered with the transgressors, and he bore the sin of many, and made intercession for transgressors.
So you see that he was pierced for our transgressions, he was crushed for our iniquities, and the Lord laid upon him the iniquity, meaning the sin, of us all. And his soul was made a guilt offering. And then you read it down. He's poured out his life unto unaliving. Yet he bore the sin of many and made intercession for the transgressors. So who do you think this sounds like, Salahuddin?
It seems like it's prophesizing like the cross, like the Christian.
Right. You got it, man. You got it.
But tell me.
So this is why Jesus fulfills the messianic duties, because he fulfilled this.
So what is the person is talking about, like in the context of the verse, the Savior and the Messiah?
Yeah, this is talking about the servant of the Lord, the Messiah, what he's going to do for us.
It's the servant. It's the suffering servant. This is why it's called the suffering servant. Because he didn't do anything, but he suffered for many.
Right.
Read him Psalms 22, matter of fact. I'll read him Psalms 22. So you can see that.
Take over. I got to do something.
Right. That was Isaiah. And that's like 500 to 600 years before Jesus. He predicted that. Let me read you the Psalms. And that's King David, what he predicted. And many Muslims, they love this to say, well, look at Jesus. He's weak. He's doing this. He's calling out to God. Right. I'm gonna read you the first one so you can know what I'm talking about. My God, why have you forsaken me? Far from my help are the words of my groaning. My God, I cry out by day, but you do not answer, and by night, but I have no rest. Yet you are holy, you who are enthroned upon the praises of Israel. In you our fathers trusted. They trusted, and you rescued them. To you they cried out, and they fled to safety. In you they trusted and were not disappointed. But I am worn and not a person, a disgrace of mankind and despised by the people. All who see me deride me. They sneer, they shake their heads, saying, turn him over to the Lord. Let him save him. Let him rescue him, because he delights in him. And if you go and read Matthew, you can see that these are what these people are telling him why he's on the cross, why he's being crucified. So while Jesus was being crucified, he was saying this psalm so let people know that I am the suffering servant.
But it's about Israel, no?
No, he's talking about him. He's talking about himself.
He's talking
if we
about
keep reading, hold on, listen. This is why you know this is not about Israel. Do not be far from me, for trouble is near, for there is no one to help. Many bulls have surrounded me. Strong bulls of Bashan have encircled me. They opened their mouth. Saladin. Just please, you're going to get it. They opened their mouths wide at me as a ravening and roaring lion. I am poured out like water, and all of my bones are out of joint. My heart is like wax. It is melted within me. My strength is dried up like a piece of pottery, and my tongue clings to my jaws. And you lay me in the dust of death. So he died. For dogs have surrounded me. A band of evildoers have encompassed me. Remember, he was on the cross with the thieves on both sides of him. So they encompassed me.
So I can read it with you.
This is Psalms 22. And then it goes on in 16, it says, for dogs have surrounded me. A band of evildoers have encompassed me. They pierced my hands and my feet. I can count all of my bones. They look at me. They stare at me. And we know that for the crucifixion, if they want to hurry the process, they'll break their bones. They'll break their kneecaps. And then they can't elevate and push off of their legs so they can get oxygen to their lungs. But that didn't happen with Jesus. That didn't happen. Okay, so it says they stare at me. They divide my garments among them, and they cast lots for my clothing. This also happened with Jesus when they took his clothing and they cast lots. They drew lots for it. Right? This happened to nobody else. But you, Lord, do not be far away. You who are my help, hurry to my assistance. Save my soul from the sword, my only life from the power of the dog. Save me from the lion's mouth, from the horns of the wild oxen. You answer me. I will proclaim your name to my brothers in the midst of the assembly. I will praise you. You who fear the Lord, praise him. And all you descendants of Jacob, glorify him and stand in awe of him, all you descendants of Israel. So if I wanted to tell you who does this sound like?
It sounds like Jesus.
No, to you.
Can I answer the first one?
Not to me. Who does it sound like to you?
because I don't know the context. Like, for example,
it don't matter the context. Just answer, who does it sound like to you? If you had to pick anyone in the world or anyone in history.
I need to see the context because it could be metaphorical. But for example, the Isaiah 53, it says here that it's talking about Israel and in the context of Babylon, and Jesus wasn't in the context of Babylon. Times I'm not sure about it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I gotta check on that,
brother. If I was just reading this to you, who does it sound like this happened to?
I really can't answer. I really can't answer it.
You can't answer. Okay, well, once you go and read Psalm 22 and you figure it out,
Psalm 22?
Come back. Yeah, Psalms 22, Isaiah 53, Isaiah 52, even go to Isaiah 49. Read all of those.
Isaiah is talking about Israel. Like, that's what I found.
Okay. All right. Thanks for coming, bro. We gave him the gospel. He didn't want to hear it. So, you know. Ukti, what's happening, Ukti? Ukti.
Alright, welcome back, guys. I believe you enjoyed watching this video. Let us know your views in the comment section. Don't forget to share this video with your friends, your family. Subscribe to our channel if you have not done so. Please share this video. The way the Muslims talks, you will think that in Islam, yes and no means the same thing at the same time. If someone is sinless, there is no two ways about it. No matter how you want to explain it away, that person is sinless. There is no other ways about it. This is the conundrum in Islam. They don't know who or what the Messiah is supposed to do or be. They just throw the word Messiah around without understanding what it means to be the Messiah. Miracles was and is never a criteria for someone to be a Messiah. There are so many prophets in the Bible and in the other scriptures that perform miracles. So that does not mean that they are called the Messiah. So the reason why Jesus is called the Messiah is what they are yet to get. And if many of them understand why Jesus is called the Messiah, that will help them a lot to make the right decision. After all the tap dancing, he later agreed that the Messiah is a unique person chosen by God. But yet he's yet to get exactly what the Messiah is here to do. And that is why I earlier said that Muslims don't know the assignment of the Messiah, what exactly the Messiah came to do. They only know that Jesus is the Messiah. They don't know what Jesus came to do as the Messiah. That is why many of them are confused about what Christianity stands for. So guys, I believe this video was able to explain a lot of things to your understanding. Let us know what you were able to understand in the comment section. Don't forget to share this video with your friends, your family, subscribe if you have not done so, and most importantly, like this video as well. Thank you for watching. We would love to see you in our next one.